Hey everyone, Angel.tv here, casting the finals of the Blade and Soul 2015 World Championship. I fast-forwarded to the beginning of the matches of the Korean warlock Sin-Kyum Kim versus the Korean Force Master Jung-Ho Yoon. Both of them looked incredibly strong so far coming through the tournament. Sin-Kyum Kim actually came through the wildcard tournament as well. I don't actually think Kim has dropped a set, even, from the wildcard tournament all the way to here. Yoon has lost a set here and there, but he's come out in most sets 3-1. I don't think he's come out 3-2. And it's going to be a pretty good game here, so we're going to jump into the action. The Force Master goes directly in for some of that damage there, but he gets... Same thing that happened when Jason tried it. He goes in and gets immediately chunked. Stun comes in from the X onto the Warlock. V comes out, pops a Half-Dragon and his Rupture off of it. Knocked airborne by the Wraith, looks like. Wraith pulled back to the Warlock to help muck with targeting. Force Grip comes out from the Force Master. The Warlock uses his 2 escape. Root onto the Force Master. He cues away from it. Cooldown Reset coming in here for the Warlock. He stunned the Force Master right beforehand, so the Force Master was able to get out of it with his backstep, it looks like. And he immediately Ice Dragoned. Use the Frost Armor to avoid further damage. He uses the 30-second Frost there. Gets parried as he tries to break through the block of the Warlock. Warlock heals up a huge amount of health as he lands myriad of dimensional bullets there. Gravity Vortex comes in from the Wraith. Immunity Circle from the Warlock. Looks like the Force Master is actually hitting the Wraith instead of the Warlock. Stun comes out from the... Looks like the knockdown, the X ability of the Warlock stunned the Force Master. Inferno comes out. Meteor's coming down. Air combo looks like he's going to drop him onto the Firestorm. He 2's out of it. I can't really tell if he took damage from the Firestorm or not, but his 2 escape is now... his swap is now down, and he backstepped off of that. Force Master's back is in the corner. He's got the Warlock frozen. Warlock used his 2 escape out of that. Big damage coming on the Force Master. Force Master doesn't manage to get another Frost stun. If he did, it would have probably been the end of that one. Kim came dangerously closer to dropping his first set of the tournament. I really like how, even while he was having issues with targeting, it appeared, he was still able to land the Force Grip on to Kim to pull him away from his Wraith at one point during the match. And from there on, he was actually able to get some good damage in because he seemed to have a much easier time after that targeting the Warlock instead of the Wraith. The highlight here is the first V that goes into Dragon and Rupture, followed by the Gravity Vortex, the Recall, and the cooldown reset. Let's see what happens here. He got stunned. He gets hit. Okay, he comes out of the stun regular without popping anything, and then goes into the Ice Dragon. In response there, he used Inferno into the Meteors for some pretty nice damage. Goes for the air combo. See if he gets hit by... Okay, yeah, he did take damage from the Firestorm. He just did not get knocked up. Might be a different spec on the abilities from Jung-Ho Yoon to the spec we saw out of Jason there. Kim was actually out of escapes at the end there, so as I said, if he got even one Frost stun on him, it would have spelled the end of his undefeated streak. Putting on his music below the soundproof headphones. Soundproof headphones provide white noise, and they carry their own personal music on a iPod or something like that and listen to it under there. That way the crowd and the casters can yell as loud as we want, and we don't disturb them. They can still feel the vibrations from it, like if you ask them afterwards after a huge cheer, they'll feel it, but they won't necessarily hear it. They definitely won't hear what's being called out. Korean fans here look much more alive for this finals than they did this far in the tournament. Both players looking relatively unreadable. Just gonna have to wait and see in this next set. I find it, I guess I was gonna say I find it interesting that he took the meteors over the line, but at the same time there's no use for the line against a ranged character, so the meteors make sense. We just didn't see that that ability being used for huge damage before here, so it was a little surprising when I saw it came out. I wasn't really expecting that one to be used. Looks like we were about ready to go in this next set here. Crowd definitely looks more alive than they have all the way up until this point. Pretty hyped for the finals. Set 2 here. Warlock versus Force Master. We're going to see how the openers go. Both players back off to play defensive and reactionary. We're going to see who takes the first aggression here. Force Master goes in, dashes forward to try to get some damage done. Warlock dashes forward as well. Root onto the Force Master into an air combo. Keeps him up there. Got a half dragon and some... Sorry, got 2 half dragons and a rupture. Third half dragon there, another rupture. He got a few of them off of his V proc, but he definitely got a few crits there. Stun came in from the Warlock onto the Force Master. Looks like it was the Wraith stun. Another stun as Suldon's got reset here. Big damage going to come in here. He's completely stunned, no way out of it. Absolutely demolished as he got caught without a tab escape, and another hard stun during the cooldown reset. Stun was chained and his fate was sealed. Sin Kyum Kim with another fast match, as we're used to seeing with him. Most of his matches have been most of them, not all of them, have been relatively fast, but I'm pretty sure he hasn't dropped a set in quite a while, if not from the beginning of the wildcard championship or wildcard tournament that got him seeded here. So to see him go from the wildcard, not being seeded in here naturally, getting in through the wildcard and then being here in the finals is quite a venture. There's the Frost, or he tried to do the Frost Pulse, it looks like. Got stuck in the air there. Take some damage, not really air combo. This is the stun from the Wraith. Inferno into a Meteor Shower. Stunned. Reset, got stunned by Leech. Rooted, stunned again by the X. Dragon, RB, X, RB, RB for the kill. So during the resets, his X is spec'd for the stun instead of a knockdown. During the reset, he seems to have hit his X back to back to back to keep the stun going, and there was no tab escape, so he just had free damage onto the Force Master during that reset. Although from using that, I believe he was out of key is why he was using RBs instead of anything a little larger. Crowd looks pretty excited. A lot of foreigners out there, actually. Pretty happy to see foreigners interested in the game before it even... This is as it was being announced in the first few betas in North America and Europe, so to see foreigners here bodes well for when the game comes out completely for us. Going into third and possibly the final set of this best of 5 for the finals. Sin Kyum Kim is up 2-0 over the Force Master, the Korean Force Master Yoon. Reactionary play didn't seem to suit Jung Ho Yoon, so he goes directly in again, takes a little bit of chunk of damage, uses his tab escape immediately. Warlock uses their immunity circle, hits him with gets a landing on the X, puts down a half dragon and a rupture. Stun with the Warlock pet, or sorry, with the Wraith pet. Force Master jumps behind the Warlock and then jumps away as the pet closes in. Good damage coming out here from the Force Master. Air combo, gonna drop him onto the Firestorm. Got him. He got knocked up this time. Glacial Beam comes out. Doesn't get the stun off of it, however. Just the freeze. Another root onto the Warlock. Throws him away from his pet. The Wraith is nowhere nearby to help. It's actually dissipated now. As the Warlock comes out of his CC, the Force Master 30-second ices to get some cooldowns, it looks like. Pops his Tab Escape and actually takes the set off of Sinkyum Kim. Sinkyum Kim is no longer undefeated. A very well done combo. Korean Force Master comrade Jaesung cheering on the other Force Master here as he takes the first match off of Kim Sun Kim. As I was saying before, though, Jung Ho-yoon has also looked incredibly strong throughout this tournament. So, it's gonna make a good finals now that he's stopped Kim's undefeated streak. The highlights here are the damage being dealt without targeting the Wraith, despite the positional swap there. Into the air combo, he lands the drop onto the Firestorm, gets the knock up. He got the glacial beam there. He could have actually gotten a frost stun off, but the Warlock double S'd away and called the pet to him to try to fuck with the targeting, and he was not able to get that off. Big damage came here out of the self freeze of Jung Ho-yoon, but he managed to get a stun off, push him into the corner, and then get enough combo off to finish him before the stun ended. Well done. Getting into this next set here, we're gonna see how the openers go. Now that they've had a little they actually had a timeout there. Immediate stun coming in from the Warlock. X knockdown. Dimensional Bullet spam roots the Force Master down, who uses his 30-second ice. Wraith is up now. X is used. Half Dragon and Rupture come out. Tries to get the 5-hit and prison off. Doesn't get it at all. Half Dragon comes out. He gets grappled and thrown. Warlock blocking with his back to the wall right now. Force Master trying to get some damage in here. Looks like he's getting some damage in from the side, despite the block being up. Inferno comes out for a good burst there. Cooldown reset coming in. This Force Master doesn't have his Tab Escape. This could be deadly. Huge damage. Force Master didn't have his Tab Escape. Jung Ho-yoon just chained his X usage and his Leech to get 4 stuns in a row and completely eat that health pool. Absolutely monstrous damage there. Great CC. Yoon was actually at a really respectable amount of health before that, but having no tab and no way to distance himself. I guess if he had tab, he could have double S'd away, but having no tab and no way to distance himself once the reset came up, there was pretty much no hope there. Going into the highlight here, Yoon's at about 3/4 health. He gets stunned once, the reset comes in. Leech is used, time distortion. Knockdown, or the stun. Half Dragon, Dimensional Bullet, stun. Dimensional Bullet, Wraith stun. Then 2 more Dimensional Bullets, and a final Half Dragon for the kill. Looks like Sinkyum Kim is up 3-1. Appears to be best of 7, and I'm actually just an idiot. Jung Ho-yoon looking much more nervous than he did last match. Sinkyum Kim looking very content with himself. I feel like they just keep getting better lighting for this trophy. Crowd is still incredibly excited, which yet again is more so than I can say for them in the earlier stages of this tournament. After such a dominating game like that, this is very likely the last set, unless Jung Ho-yoon can pull himself back together. He's down 3-1. His strategy of getting overly aggressive in the beginning didn't seem to help him out too much. The Warlock jumps in on the Force Master. Force Master drops down the Meteor Shower and actually Dragon Chars him. The Flaming Dragon stun. Day is in it. The Force Master went for a freeze, got rooted, and looks like it got cancelled. Warlock has summoned his Wraith Pet. Knock up onto the Force Master. Force Master has no tab escape. This could be a repeat of last match. Pet stun. He gets out of it. He manages to get away. Force Master throws the Warlock across the arena. He's trying to catch up, but is taking huge damage from Imprison and the Half Dragon. Wraith damage coming in. Nothing too extreme, but it's still noticeable. Wraith is pulled to the Warlock. The more consecutive hits the Wraith gets off, the faster his attack speed is. I believe it increases attack damage slightly as well. Big combo onto the Warlock, who has actually healed back up to full from that first Meteor Shower combo. Force Master gets a large heal off of his Frost Dragon. Gets stunned into a Half Dragon there. Freezes with Frost Burst. The Wraith is trying to do something about it, but can't reach the Force Master up there. Force Master comes down and dazes the Warlock as he lands. 5-hit Impale. This can be a free Half Dragon. The Warlock actually had his shield, or his block was hit, so he was able to push the Force Master away. Force Master tries to close the distance again. Gets blown up by a few Half Dragons and a few more Ruptures as Shin Kim takes a 4-1 victory for the championship win as a player who started out coming from the wildcard tournament. He wasn't even seeded or invited. He had to go through the wildcard tournament and win that one to come here, and he so decisively wins the entire tournament. Good manners between the two of them. Looks like a good game and a hug was exchanged there. Good to know that there's definitely still respect there. Spotlight onto fucking Shin Kim as he gets down here. And that's about it for the final. I was just casting the match. I cannot translate for you people, so if you wish to finish watching the whole ceremony, I suggest you go check out the Play BnS official channel, where they have this entire video up. As more tournaments and content becomes available, I'll be doing more casting and putting out more videos, so keep your eyes on the channel for sure. I'll talk to you all later. Definitely, upon review of the play, it definitely was his mother. I was correct there, as he shows his mother the trophy. Picks it up with his family. This is adorable. We're going to let this happen first. Okay, that was adorable. Signing off now, boys.